Right, how's it going?
Hello, it is me, Joe Valek, and I am in George's Café on East Street, the famous George's Café, and I'm here for one very special reason, because there's one very special man sat in front of me. It is the legend, BoS Finesse. How you doing, boss?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. You good? Yeah.
I'm very good. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. What have you got in front of you? It looks massive.
I've got the bumper breakfast, mate. George's Caf's speciality breakfast. 2 sausage. There's meant to be 2 bacon, but they gave me 3. Come on. 2 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, chips, mushrooms, tomatoes, black pudding, beans, hash brown. It's a beast.
They don't mess around here.
Nah.
Is this your favourite cafe on East Street?
Yeah. It's my favourite caf all over, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's why we came here.
Can't beat it. Now, going to start off with the gift, as I always do.
Oh.
Now, I was not entirely sure what I should get BoS Finesse, the man who loves food, the man who has everything, in fact. But then I thought, you know what? I'm going to give him a sauce that I love, a sauce that he might love or maybe not. But we've got the Lao Ganma.
Yes, bro. Yeah, this is the tits.
Take a look. Show the camera. Tell us about this sauce.
Yeah, it's the peanut and chili oil. It's got the umami from the peanut and the chili, bit of heat. It's it's a staple for like ramen or mainly like hot pots, stuff like that. Yeah, it's the boy.
Nice. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Now you've well, there's a lot of ingredients that come and go. I just realised I left the TK Maxx price on it. Never mind.
That's right.
Never mind.
Give it a whiff.
That'll wake you up in the morning.
Yes.
There's a lot of ingredients that come and go in the food world. There's trends, they're a bit of a fad. Is there an ingredient that you wish would just fuck off?
Oh, I hate to say it because I love and hate it, but pistachio can fuck off.
Yeah,
Nah, I love it because I hate saying that.
It's a bit of a trend right now, though.
It's trending too hard, bro. Yeah, like, you know, let's bring peanut into the mix, bro. There's more nuts out there, you know, with some delicious sauces. I feel like pistachio is kind of trying to, you know, take the limelight a bit. And there's just a lot of belters eating it, bro. Like, before pistachio was cool.
Yeah.
Now you just got, like, you know, dons with their little French bulldogs, like, eating pistachio, thinking they're sick, so...
You were into pistachio before it was cool?
Yeah, I was a trendsetter.
Have you tried to buy chocolate?
Oh, I haven't, though. And I would try it. Yeah.
Yeah? I haven't had it yet, but
Yeah.
sometimes it looks good, sometimes
No,
it
it
looks...
doesn't.
dire, but okay, pistachio. Well, you heard it here first, people. Leave the pistachio out of it. You can eat, by the way, if you want. I'm just holding the mic, and I will get to my delicious eggs at some point. Now you've travelled a fair bit. You've been all around the country eating food. You've been to Barcelona, you've been to Rome, you've been to Thailand, and many more places. But is there one establishment or cuisine that you'd love to go to in person and try?
That I haven't been yet?
Yeah, anywhere in the world.
Oh, that is a good question. Do you know what? I think I want to go to Mexico and eat around Mexico. I want to explore the levels of street food that they have out in Mexico. I want to try, you know, the $1 tacos, all of that stuff, and yeah, I just feel that, like, for me to move into a culture and really know about a culture and talk about it, I need to go visit the country. Mexican food, especially in Bristol, starting to come up a little bit, and yeah, I think it's my time to explore that for sure.
Now, you were trained as a carpenter,
Yep.
and you were a plasterer as well,
Yep.
and then you retired from being a plasterer and went full-time in content creation. So how did you know when it was time to push the button and say, I'm full-time, this is my job now?
Excuse me. Do you know what? I think when I knew it was time was more of when the calculated risk felt like it was able to grasp. You know, I felt like when I started with Deliveroo, when they gave me an offer to, you know, do weekly content, I knew that I could afford to take that risk and go full time because I needed a sponsor of such. And I feel like that's the difference when you've got someone that you can rely on to pay you a weekly wage or, you know, a consistent wage. Yeah, then you can do it. But if you haven't got that, then yeah, you gotta be patient and just wait for your time, because otherwise, you know, you ain't gonna pay the bills basically. So yeah, took a massive pay cut, huge pay cut from being I had my own plastering business. It was going really well, and I took the pay cut. and that kind of sucked.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, quite scary at times almost. But then, yeah, 2 years on, I'm flying.
You made it work.
Yeah.
How was that transition? Because a lot of people might think it's easy being a content creator, but was it an easy transition from plasterer to actual this being your job?
I can safely say it was like the best feeling of my life.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling ever, bro. Like, it was hard in a way. It was hard to like, say to my family and my girlfriend, like, it's time. But a lot of them, I think everyone knew that I love what I do so much that it just had to happen and I had to give it a go. And if it didn't work, I always had plastering.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a big decision, but bro, sometimes when it feels right, you just got to do it.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, hopefully my day will come soon as well. And
Yeah.
I know it will. People like you inspire people like me and people like Ewan as well filming. I'm sure like seeing that it's possible for a boy from Bristol to make it happen is it's great to see. So well done and thank you for being inspiring. Now take me back to the time when you attempted to break the world record of most poppadoms eaten in 1 minute, but unfortunately tragically failed at just 2 out of 3. Only 3 poppadoms. It doesn't sound like many, right?
Bro,
But
that is the hardest. That's the hardest challenge you can do.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's like you can eat loads of food. Like you could do 10 of these and you could give it a good crack. But doing the poppadom challenge, as many poppadoms as you can in a minute, you would think, I'd probably smash through like 10 of them. Mate, it's just so dry. It's just so dry.
And messy. They go everywhere.
Yeah, and even with water, it's like, I don't know, man. That was a tough one, bro. I didn't do a lot of food challenges, but I thought I could do that, and I failed miserably. Yeah.
Are you eyeing up any other world records?
I'm not, Those days are over for me. Food challenges are done. Like I just want to enjoy food for what it is, mate. I feel like you don't get to enjoy it when you're stuffing your face consistently for a set amount of time. I don't know if you've seen the challenge that I did though.
Maybe.
I did one with Gert Wings. This was my best one.
I didn't see this. Go on,
Yeah.
take us there.
So I done 5 of the Gert Locker hot wings in a minute. And they're extremely hot. Like if anyone's watching, they would know. Like that is no joke. I was fucked after it, bro. I was gone. Like,
Is it painful?
yeah, it was bad. I had to like neck a pint of milk. Like, toilet was a wreck the next day. Wasn't good, mate.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll stay clear of that one, I think.
Yeah.
Now, tell me why the punch bowl on the old market is important for you in your journey.
Wow. It's actually my first ever post. Yeah.
Is that your first ever review?
Yeah.
Or is that just the first one that's still public?
No. It was my first ever technical review. But what actually happened is at the time of creating BoS Finesse, I was eating out a lot. And I was putting it on my personal social media.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying to me, you need to start a page, you need to start, putting this content to use. So when I started BoS Finesse, I went through my photos. I took a photo of the punch bowl. So that's why it was there, and that's why I used it. And when I started BoS Finesse, I used 3 photos from my library, posted them all at once, so there was a bit of like something on my page.
Yeah.
Then I shared it to my friends on my personal Instagram, etc. And then that was it. Yeah, it's a significant post, man.
It's a nice place as well, right?
Yeah, it's a nice place. Yeah, I like the garden. Have a nice beer.
Better roast than your mum's or not?
Nah, I'll give her that. Yeah, I'm real. I say to my mum when there's a better roast, but I don't think the punch bowl does a better roast than my mum.
Where does do a better roast than your mum?
Truffle to Tottenham, mate.
Yeah?
Truffle to Tottenham's the best roast in the UK, hands down, bro.
In the whole of UK?
Yeah, like for me, I've had a lot of roasts around the country, and I've been to the top hitters, like, the places where people say, like, oh, this is the one. Tim Owen, the head chef of Truffle to Tottenham, like, that guy is an undiscovered gem, like, that is the spot. Take note. Yeah? That's my death row meal. That is, yeah. That's my death row meal. Tim's roast dinner from Truffle to Tottenham. I don't care what meat, like it could be lamb, it could be pork, chicken. I actually don't care, I'll let him do it. He does like chicken with salsa verde on a roast dinner. Wow. It's like unheard of, mate. It's unheard of. I took my mum there and even she had to hang up her gloves. hang up a mittens and say, you know what, this is the better roast, yeah.
Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Mate, try and get a booking, good luck.
Maybe next week. Right, now finish the lyric, BoS Finesse, finish the lyric. But I notice now, everybody knows me now.
Nah, I don't know.
Where's my crown? King of the town.
I don't know.
You don't know? Don't know?
Nah.
Don't know what song that's from?
No, I recognise it.
Yeah. You recognise it?
Yeah, I do recognise it.
It's a song called Family.
Oh, yeah. It's my own flipping tune. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sorry, mate.
That's all right. Take us there.
There was actually no ghostwriters. There was no ghostwriters on that one.
No?
Nah.
What is there on your other stuff? Yeah.
No, but like, you know, I should know my own lyrics.
Now, you've conquered Bristol.
Yeah.
And you've conquered the Southwest. Where's next for BoS Finesse to conquer?
The world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, global. To be honest, that's next for me, bro. Like, I just want to like take it as far as I can push it, mate. Like, yeah, I feel like the brand's there. I feel like my personality's there. I feel like I've absolutely smashed Bristol. I feel like there's more work to be done in the UK. But yeah, globally now, we're getting the YouTube running. I feel like my personality needs to come, you know, further than 90 seconds. You know, a 90-second video isn't enough for me to express myself. So yeah, the YouTube stuff is going to open a new, you know, avenue for myself. And yeah, I feel like that's going to be the catalyst for some global takeovers.
And are we actually ever going to hear any released BoS Finesse music?
Nah, I don't think so. Do you know what? I had a lot of when I made all that music. I had a lot of energy from going from plasterer, you know, living like a working class lifestyle, you know, to then go into being like a social media influencer, whatever you want to call it. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, and like expressing it on a video wasn't enough, but doing it in a different way within music was perfect. And there's so much music, bro. There's a lot of music, a lot of it like unreleased. I'm not gonna release, just, you know, because I think I need to smash being BoS Finesse as a eater, you know.
You focused in now.
Yeah. I don't wanna take it away from like what I really deliver well, and like the music I just can't give it my all. Like this is what I'm meant to be doing, eating fat breakfast and chatting loads of shit.
Should we take a bite break? Because I want to see these eggs. I wonder if you can talk me through while I do this.
Yeah.
I'll let you take a bite first, like how to take a bite like a food reviewer.
All right.
It's all right.
So, get your yolk.
Get me yolk.
No.
Okay.
Put your knife in your yolk. No. Yeah. But a bit slower. Let's move on. Yeah.
So do another yolk.
Do this one on the end, and then just do it nice and slow, like it's food porn.
Oh, look at that.
See? It's all gooey.
This is good stuff. And then we cut in.
Yeah, just go for the cut. Like, do your thing. All right. Yeah. Now make sure you're looking at down the barrel of the camera.
Yeah. Straight in the gut.
Give it a smile. And down the gullet.
Eggs on toast. You can't beat it.
And then the reaction.
Wow. What a gaff, right?
What a gaff.
Now, I was out last night,
Yeah.
and I bumped into a good friend of yours, Gardner.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that I was going to see you today, and he told me to say hello. So,
Oh.
hello from Gardner.
Hello, Luke.
And it's weird, he wouldn't stop going on about your physique. He said, he kept banging on, he was like, oh, BoS Finesse, like, I don't know how he gets away with it, he eats so much, and we all know he exercises, but it's just not fair, you know, he looks so good all year round. And he won't tell me, what's his exercise regime? The people need to know, what does he do to stay so sexy? He wouldn't stop going on about it. It's really strange, but, you know, for Gardner and the people, you know, what is your workout routine?
So, first off, Luke, if you fancy me, you just got to say it to me, mate. You know, I'll take you out for a bev and we can have a little chit chat. But anyway.
Gardner, I barely know her.
Yeah, exactly. But the workout routine, it's not just a workout routine. It's also discipline with eating. That's like a key part of it. We'll go into that. But the workout routine is a lot of heavy weightlifting, or a lot of high volume heavy weightlifting. and a lot of body weight, calisthenics, and also, believe it or not, fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Sebi, is it?
Not, I do like a bit of Dr. Sebi, but also like, just being real, like, I don't like. I think we need to eat meat. Like, I thrive off of protein. Like, and I think like that is a massive factor for keeping the weight off. Is like good quality protein. Like, just simply like the science is if you eat 30 grams of protein per meal, you'll burn body fat because you'll put yourself into protein synthesis, which causes you to burn body fat. So, yeah, that's my it's the key sort of structure to my whole scheme.
Yeah.
It's like work hard, play hard. When I turn up to shoots, I'm eating big, I'm going in.
Yeah.
After that, I'm not eating. And I'm training before, I'm hitting the sauna, I play badminton every Sunday,
Yeah.
I make sure I run, I do everything. I've lived that active lifestyle for a long time, and actually the gym was a big catalyst for why I eat food, because when I first started getting into gym, I had to eat. So
You've got to fuel yourself, right?
exactly, so then that's what, this is how it came about. But the truth is, I've been big and I've let myself get big, as in like, muscular big, but it's not for me. I'm meant to be lean. I'm meant to be like a slim guy. So I just maximise that now. I just eat 12 o'clock. Don't really eat breakfast. Skip that. Eat at 12 o'clock. I'll have like something lean, like chicken and rice. I'll go to the gym. Come back and then, I make like some really nice shawarma. I make some nice homemade shawarma with flatbreads.
Yeah.
And just like, I think as well, it's control of like, knowing what ingredients are going into the food. You can't do that in restaurants, but at home you can do that. So it's like trying to minimalise loads of bullshit processed meals,
Yeah, and no pistachio, not in your house.
Yeah, no pistachio. I will try the viral chocolate bar though. Give it to me, I'll do it.
Now you are infectiously positive. You have a great smile on your face every time you take a bite of food, and you're always so happy to be there wherever you are. But I'm curious, how do you handle when the food is not good? Because you often seem to think it's banging, and it probably is because you choose the place as well. But when it's not, how do you manage that?
I walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gone. Yeah, I just go. Like, I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, if the food's crap, I don't want to be there.
Because you're not a critic, you're a documenter, right?
Yeah.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk shit about places. Is that
Yeah.
part of your ethos?
It is now. And like, you know what? A year ago, I was doing food reviews like properly, rating and scoring and judging places. But I just felt like it was more for the people and not for me. Like, I'm a positive guy, and I do things for me now. So I heavily research the gaffes. I heavily look into them. Thank God I haven't had to walk out of a place in over a year and a half. But yeah, a lot, like if it's crap, I'm on the phone to whoever like got me in there, or the staff. A lot of the time you can't just say for the staff. You have to like talk to the person upstairs and say, look, mate, like I don't know what you're doing with your business, but that was awful. Nothing gets posted, and we leave it at that basically.
That's good though. That you want to try and help them. You don't want to scorn them. You don't want to publicly say they're bad, but you want to tell them, and then hopefully they can improve, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like my original ethos was find good places, and if that happens, I do that. There was a period where I would have just put that online, and now we're back to doing things positively and for the right reasons and constructive criticism.
You seem to understand your responsibility in the scene, right? You don't want to ruin someone's business by one bad review, because it can do that, right?
Yeah, and it has happened with previous stuff I've done. Like I've caused businesses to rebrand and kitchens to leave venues, and it's awful, man. Not what I want to do.
Now you love Man vs. Food, and I'm a big Beard Meats food fan as well. I love to watch his content, but you don't really seem to promote gluttony in the same way that these like competitive eaters do. And I don't think they promote gluttony, but
Yeah.
they do eat quite a lot, and it's a bit too much sometimes. But do you think you've got it in you to be a competitive eater?
Nah, I appreciate my gut too much, bro. Like I think that's a quick way to age yourself, and look, like, shout out the GOAT out in Richmond, like Man vs Food, and shout out Beard as well. Everyone in the game doing that, but I just feel like that is a massive expenditure of health. Like, doing that week in, week out is not good. Yeah, look at Adam Richmond. He had to get called up by the doctor, and unfortunately had to stop, didn't he? Which was like, at the time, as like a 12-year-old lad or whatever, I was like gutted because he was my hero. But yeah, it had to happen, and look at him now. He's thriving. He's still alive. Like, he can't last forever, man.
Well, that actually leads nicely on to my next question, which is, do you think this kind of career is sustainable, or do you see yourself kind of changing the way that you approach your food career in the future? Like, is it game over when you join Gout Gang, or is it something you want to maintain this style for as long as possible?
This is the biggest. It's like the biggest query in my head, bro. Like, is it sustainable? And the way I'm going with things now, like, it's just understanding my gut, to be honest, and that's what makes it sustainable. And keeping on top of the training and my relationships, having a strong mental health is also key for this, because it's not only the food, it's also like the being in the public eye. You've got to have thick skin, and you've got to have a good mental awareness about yourself and others around you. But in terms of a food perspective, bro, I think it's more about preparation for what I eat, and that's the key. What I eat off camera is almost more important than what I eat on camera, to be honest.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it's key. You can't be doing this every day. And there's some people that do this every day and they're not doing it for a living. So hats off to them, like, you deserve a knighthood. But yeah, at the end of the day, health is important. I want to live for a long time. I want to live for as long as I possibly can. So yeah, it's about being smart.
I like it. Now, final question for you now, BoS Finesse, as you take this delicious bite of bacon at George's Café. Again, thanks again to them for having us. Looking back at your feed, it started with just pictures. It was a lot of pictures with funny stories. When did you realise that you could put yourself, your funny self, into the videos and realise that you, BoS Finesse, was the brand?
So that whole period of writing the stories, I knew I was like going to be on camera eventually, but I was practicing off camera. Well, I had a camera out, but it didn't go anywhere, and I was practicing. I was practicing for a long time while writing these stories, and I just eventually I was literally going out with Sam Wolf, shout out Wolfie, who I still film with now, and I was going out with him. We were buying food, reviewing it on camera, but it wasn't going anywhere. And then we kept doing that in the meantime, just to keep the content up on my page. I was writing these fictional stories with, the photographs and stuff. And then eventually we just practiced so many times. We did one review in Wings Diner. Crap lighting, you couldn't even watch it, but I knew the energy was there. And I literally, after we done that, I was like, Sam, it's time. I was like, we're doing it. The next one, we're filming. And I got Owen Piercy involved. And we started some YouTube stuff. Unfortunately, I've taken it away now, and hopefully I'll work with Owen again. But yeah, it was more to gain my confidence and keep the page rolling.
Love it. Well, thank God you did. Thank God you made the leap.
I know. Thank God, mate. I'd still be on site skimming walls.
Well, Oscar, BoS Finesse, that's the end of my questions. Thank you so much. You are an inspiration to Bristol. You've done so much for local businesses, local cafes, local people. Before I let you go and enjoy the rest of this breakfast and my delicious eggs too, is there anything you need to get off your chest?
Anything I need to get off my chest? I think I got a message for Bristol, really. Just know that we're the biggest undiscovered gem of the UK. There's a lot for us to come, and it's going to be our time. We're going to take over. Bristol is going to be the best city in the UK. If it already is, but the world's going to know.
Well, that's a great message to end. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man.
Really appreciate it.